All right, welcome back. I have Caden Nemeth with me. We are going to be breaking down one of his pro matches. Again, we're going to watch it in real time and then slow it down.
Just a quick pointer. I actually did win this point, so don't let the end fool you.
We will go over that. Good resets, good defense here, keeping you back. Ooh, one handy.
Oh,
God,
that's so hideous.
Little power throw. You know what? That I would, if I was a ref, that'd be a warning.
Well,
Warning.
if I was a ref, I would have given myself a technical just for missing that shot. But it's okay, guys. Craig, the guy who's hitting that ball right there, again right there, he foot faulted when Pesa hit that drive. So we actually won this point, but it was
you guys
still embarrassing. I mean, I don't know how I missed that, but you know, sometimes they're just too easy.
You guys got extremely lucky, but now let's break it down in slow-mo.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got the stackage going on again. We got Caden serving from the right side, even side of the court, and to put their forehands in the middle, he's just gonna serve and slide. Okay. Again, this is the same thing that we just saw. Craig trying to return the ball deep, but this one, and again, we all do this. Sometimes the ball goes short. So what are you gonna do here, Caden?
Oh, you know I'm gonna drive it.
Yeah. So the third shot drive, again, to put pressure, especially when your opponent has to come over and fill in for the stack.
Right.
I mean, you know, short ball here. You got Craig in this possession still running in. You definitely want to drive this ball
right
either towards the middle or towards Craig.
Yeah, and well, like we talked about, Craig put that last return a little bit deeper, which forced me to drop. But in this situation, because it was thinner, it was shorter.
Yeah.
Because it was shorter, I was able to be a little bit more offensive and kind of get him in, hopefully, an uncomfortable position. He doesn't look too uncomfortable when he hits this ball, though.
Yeah, so let's see this again and notice. Again, it's really important to watch the return as the partner. You can see Pesa here. He knows it's short. So, like, the bell's going off. Like, most likely you're going to drive this. So, he's going to actually come in pretty aggressively. He knows you have a good drive, and he's going to try to find something that he can pick off. But the thing was, Craig just has such a good backhand counter. And, again, I'm going to make a video on this soon. But the real way to beat bangers is not to slow the ball down. You want to be able to hit good punch volleys like this, especially when your opponents are in transition. This is a solid ball here that Craig hits. He just punches it out. And notice here, you know, Pesa does a good job digging it out, but now you guys are in automatic defense here. So let's see the split step here, though, once this ball is going over. Okay, so good. So Craig is just hitting the ball, and then you guys are splitting here. Again, a little bit late split step, a little bit by Pesa, but he does a good job digging it out. And as soon as that happens, look at both of you, what you guys do. Really, really good. So what do you notice here, Caden?
Yeah, so I would say personally when someone does pop a ball up like that, the first instinct is to retreat. All right? Now, you guys can retreat, but you don't need to retreat all the way back to the baseline, right? Now, you notice Pesa does, all right? But if you watch me, I actually take a step back just to give myself a little bit more time, get my weight balanced, and then I stop right in the middle of the court.
Yeah, so typically if you see a pop-up like this, you know, again, if you want to give yourself some room, you need to. So you just take a step back and then split step here. So like you're well balanced here, Caden.
Right.
Pesa's still kind of leaning back, but you know, no big deal here. By the time it gets to him, he creates a lot of space.
He does.
Oh, look at that.
He moves back so much to the point where he can move back forward into his ball, which is pretty good.
So still leaning back a little bit, but he knows his defense.
He does.
Capabilities. And let's see here. So at this point here, Caden, you're watching trajectory.
Correct.
Right? That's the main thing you're watching.
I'm also playing by myself.
You're watching, you know, Pesa's ball. You know he's falling back here, and you're trying to assess if you should maybe come up or maybe retreat a little bit more.
Right.
Right. And I think this is one of those in between ones here. Oh, and this is on the bounce. So
Right.
really quickly on a third shot like this, a lot of you out there probably would run. I see this mistake all the time on this kind of ball, Caden, when I'm teaching. I see players hit a high drop like this and then they run in because they think it's good. But high drop means high bounce. So you guys both recognize this, knowing the capabilities of a good topspin shot by Craig here.
Right.
So Pesa chooses to stay back, and then you are going to split step here. Good. And beautiful reset here. So again, you're in transition. You're well balanced, and because of that split step that you hit previously, I think is the reason why you can execute a fairly good reset here.
So believe it or not, I actually remember exactly what I was thinking in this moment. If Pesa actually hit a drop that Craig would have tried to take in the air, I would have been right there to move over to the right and try and poach. But as soon as I saw Craig let it bounce, that's when I knew I had to be a little bit more honest to my side, which is why you saw me now go from the middle to kind of shifting over to my side, because I know he can go inside out towards my corner.
Okay, so here's the reset here. And again, pretty high. You hold your position, and then Pesa now gets to hit that drop. And, ooh, look at that little mind change there. That's really good. And we all do this. Sometimes we hit balls and we have to adjust. Pesa's in good position to hit this ball. I think he usually routinely hits it pretty well, but he sees it's high, so he stays back again.
Yep.
Just really good recognition on the balls you're hitting as both you and your partner. And look at this, Caden. Why do you think you move over even across the line here?
Just to kind of fake them out a little bit, make them think that my side is open. And I love to bait people. I like to bait people into hitting me the ball. And as you can tell, I mean, they're applying so much pressure on Pesa.
Yeah.
And they're keeping him back so well to the point where I just said, okay, well, I'm going to come over onto this side and make them feel like they can't hit another ball here.
Yeah, but what I see here is he's way, way off the court. So you gotta definitely help him out. So here we go. Nice split step here. You can't even see Pesa in the screen right now.
No, I told you I'm playing singles.
But this happens at time. When we're defending, this is what's gonna look like. So again here. Okay, so we got a kind of shorter ball here, and Pesa just drives it up the line. He says, "Forget about this.
Forget about defense."
Well, I've tried 2 or 3 drops in a row. So he sets up, and again, look at this hole here. Little tiny hole here. Again, this is a riskier shot, but you know what? Pesa has a good one-handed and 2 backhand drive. So he sees a little bit of space and makes Craig reach. That's a great drive.
It honestly, it surprised the heck out of, I think, everybody in the building. Because here's the thing is Pesa is known for, his resets and playing that, that soft game when people are just banging. And so as soon as he saw that hole up the line, and to be fair, Craig should have been there, but also at the same time with how consistent Pesa's drops are, he was staying middle until he proved him wrong.
Yeah, but strategy-wise, again, if you're Craig here, you want to
cover that line, and you let Kyle cover that middle.
Yeah, so probably Craig 2 or 3 feet to the left, he would have been in a better position.
And honestly, if you're right, if he were in a better position, he probably wouldn't have foot faulted. We would have lost that.
So
point.
Here we go. We got the outstretched backhand here. And as soon as you see this, Caden, what are you thinking now?
I'm thinking, this is going to be a pop-up. It's going to be on Pesa's side. It's right at me.
So you know what? It's interesting, but we all do this at times. We see that big balloon there in front of us, and maybe, we're looking at – sometimes I take my eye off the ball, or I'm looking kind of at where I want to hit it, but for whatever reason, sometimes we just overswing. So
believe it or not, I actually thought it was going to be more on Pesa's side, which is why you actually see me swing and start my swing to the right of my body. If I felt like it was going to be right at my body, I would have been a little bit more here.
Okay.
But obviously, I read that very wrong, and I did that with it, and then I walked off the court because I was so incredibly disappointed with myself.
It's all right. That happens. We got the little paddle toss here. We got
technical warning.
And then we got Teoni just putting his paddle on the ground, kind of just checks the temperature of the ground there. So
he just wanted to see how nice that pickleball roll was.
All right. So that was the breakdown in slow motion. again, when you're watching pro level play, it's hard to pick up on any of these things because things are happening so fast. So hopefully in these series, Kaden and I can bring a lot of insight on what the pros are thinking, what they're doing. So make sure to subscribe to this channel. Keep following us. Leave a comment below. Tell us what you think about this format. And again, maybe you can send some of your videos in. Send some links and we can break down. Maybe
we'd love to watch them.
Yeah, maybe we make that a little segment or a video. Yeah. So yeah, you can always email us at brionespickleball@gmail.com, and we'll see you in the next video.